Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a story time video, and this video is going to be about my scary Pokemon Go experience story. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you guys have heard a few stories either from the news or from friends or work or just school or anything that, you know, you would have heard something has happened to people from playing Pokemon Go. I have my own story that I want to share with you guys because it actually is a really freaky story, and it really opened up my eyes to be really careful, especially while playing Pokemon Go, and just be completely aware of your surroundings, and also just trusting people. And yeah, anyway, you'll understand what I mean once I get to the end of the stories. Alrighty guys, so a few weeks ago I was playing Pokemon Go, and near my house there is a really big park, and there's so many Pokestops through it, along the walls, in the centre, near playgrounds and stuff, and there's just so many there. So I had worked out a kind of like a little route that I was going to go on, and I was like, alright, I'll go here, make my way backwards and go down that way, then up this way and then back again, sort of like an X kind of thing, or like a infinity sign. Anyway, doesn't matter about that. This was nighttime, by the way, so keep that in mind. So what happened was I left my house, I walked down to the park, got Pokemon up, and I was just playing out for a little while. Went around, collected so much Pokeballs, raspberries, all those stupid potion things, whatever. I walked up to one end of the park, and then I started going on the second part of the route, if that makes sense. I started going down this, it's like an actual proper footpath, and there's like concrete blocks and stuff, and there's beautiful flowers and hedges and bushes and stuff that go really high. Now the only catch with this is that because of how tall and thick the bushes and flowers are, you can't see out and no one can see in, but the whole footpath is like completely decked out in light, so you can see somebody down the end from like a mile away because there's just so much light, so you do have to kind of be a little bit careful. So I was looking at my phone, and I was just like, you know, I was looking down, looking at my phone, walking. I noticed in the distance there was somebody probably about 200-300 meters away, and I noticed they were walking towards me. I was like, oh yeah, cool, you know, it's probably just some other person going for a walk, you know, that should be all sweet. So what happened was, just like I said, I was just on my phone, and then I noticed the person got a lot closer because they were walking this way, I was walking this way, they were getting closer, and then I looked at my phone, I was like, oh, there's, like, thinking in my head, there's a Pokestop just over there. There was a little kind of gap in the bush that you could sort of walk through. So just as I went to go through there, I heard like a weird noise, like somebody like shouted out, and I was like, what the heck? Like it came back from the other side where I just came from in the footpath. And I walked back and I saw the guy that was walking towards me, he was on the floor and his bag was all the way like over there. One thing that I did notice though was that he didn't have like a phone in his hand or anything like when he was walking towards me, and I was like, okay, this, you know, I don't want to say like, oh, this is odd, but he obviously didn't fall over because he was looking at his phone and wasn't aware of his surroundings. So I went over because I was a good Samaritan, and I was like, oh my god, like, is everything okay? And he goes, oh yeah, no, I just had like a pretty bad fall. And I was like, oh okay, like, I'm a little bit concerned about this. So I walked over to him, and then I went to bob down to sort of like be like, oh, you know, reach onto my shoulder and I'll help you get up and stuff, because I noticed there was a seat just on the side. And I was like, oh yeah, like, here, can I help you? And then just as he went to put his arm around me, I noticed his body started full shaking, like his hands were like quivering and stuff, and then his arm started shaking as well, and I was like, uh-oh, like, little yellow flag going up right now, not quite red, but a yellow stage, and I was like, this is a bit concerning. And then I was like, oh my gosh, is everything alright? And he goes, oh, like, he was sort of talking normally but also sort of mumbling at the same time. Like I could understand bits and pieces, but other things I was like, what are you saying? Like, is this alien language or something? So then he just started shaking more and more. I was like, oh my god, sir, is everything okay? Like, here, let me like take you over to the seat. And he was like, he's like, no, and then he just let go of me completely, and his whole body had fallen on the ground, and his whole body had started going into shakes, and like he was just like shaking and like quivering and stuff, and I was like my immediate thought was, oh my god, this guy is having a seizure attack and I do not know what to do. And then what happened was his stomach was laying on the ground and his body was just shaking and just going crazy. And then I was starting to freak out a little bit, and then I literally called out for help. I was like full screaming out, like, somebody help, please, like emergency, somebody just come quickly, please. And nobody had come, unfortunately, so that's a bit disappointing. But yes, I was calling out, nobody came, and what I found was a bit odd was that after he had fallen over and was shaking, he goes, "You have to push down on my back, please push down on my back because it will stop the shakes." But the way he said it, he said one sentence and then he repeated the exact same thing again and then again and again. Like, he wasn't saying, he didn't use a different tone or different words. He said the exact same thing like over and over again. I was like, oh my god, this is so weird. So I thought, okay, because I didn't really know what to do at the time, so I had my hands and I pushed down on his back because I thought, you know, maybe that's what you're supposed to do. Just for the record, guys, that's not what you're supposed to do. After I told all my friends that have done like health and science and stuff, they say if someone is going into like a seizure like that, you do not touch them. You have to let the seizure just go, like just let it happen. As bad as that sounds, you just have to do that. But I didn't know that, so I was like pushing down on his back, and then he just started getting worse and worse, and then I was like, oh my god, this is getting like pretty freaky. So, and he's like, oh, it's not doing anything, like you literally have, it's like, you have to sit on me, please sit on me, like you have to sit on my back. And then I was like thinking, okay, this is a bit like sus, like why would you ask somebody to do that? But then I thought, okay, this sounds a little bit like strange. What if somebody is hiding in the bushes gonna like jump out and rob me or something? The whole time I was like doing these ones, like, you know, looking left and right and stuff, like looking behind me, looking in front of me and stuff, and just because I thought if that's the case, you know, I don't want to be like a victim of getting mugged or something. But at the same time, if this guy is 100% legit and he's going into an attack, like I can't just leave him. Like, what do I do? So then I said to him, like, oh my god, I even said to him, I'm panicking, I don't know what to do, let me call the ambulance or something. And then, which this is why when it just went like out of control, he put his hands behind his back and then he was like, just sit on me, like sit on me. And like it got like, it just kind of went from like a level 5 scariness to a level 10 scariness, like that. Like the fact that he asked me to sit on him, like on his back and stuff, and hold him down, like kind of pin him down, I just thought, nah, like this can't be right, like this is just a bit odd. And so like my instinct and my gut feeling was I have to call the ambulance or the police or something, just get somebody down here to take care of this because I don't know what to do. So then what happened was I got my phone out and I was like to him, I'm like, I have to call the police ambulance right now, I'm sorry, like I don't know what to do. And he goes, no, don't do that. But I was still in the middle of pretending to call because just as soon as I mentioned that, straight away he was like, no, don't do that. So I got my phone up and I pressed like the home screen and put it to my ear and pretending I was making a call. And then he was like, no, please, don't, you have to hang up right now, you have to hang up. And I was just like, what the hell is going on? Like, this is just so bizarre, like such a weird experience. Like, this guy was having weird shakes, but then when I said I was going to call the ambulance or police, like he immediately like shut me down. I was like, no, please don't. And then I was like, oh, is everything okay? And he literally just like changed like that and goes, yeah, I'll be fine. And he picked up, like he ended up standing up, grabbed his bag and ended up walking. He ended up just, you know, going on his way, and I was left standing there thinking, what the hell just happened to me? I was literally standing there speechless. So then afterward I thought, no, this is too weird. I had to call some friends, so I was full calling up all my friends being like, look, I don't know what to do, what just happened. Like, I was explaining what happened and I was like, can somebody just tell me what happened? Because like my brain was just not there. I was like, oh my god, like literally what happened? And one of my friends was like, you know what, go home, just stay at home, and then I'll come over and then we'll just go grab some drinks and stuff and we'll just chill and relax and you can just, you know, unwind and stuff, take your mind off whatever just happened. My friend comes over and then she's like, let's go to the bottle shop, but she's like, let's just go for a walk through the park. And then I was like thinking, okay, I don't really want to do this in case that guy's back there. We ended up going through the park and then, you know, I didn't see him, so I was like, okay, he's gone home, he's left, hopefully he's safe now. Went to the bottle shop, grabbed what we had to do. My friend was like, let's go back through the park. So I was like, alright. Went back through the park, and then as we got to about halfway, now guess who was standing there? That guy. And then I had noticed as we were walking towards him, he hadn't seen me, but he had seen my friend. And as we were near a park bench, you'll never guess what happened, guys. Bag was thrown on the side, fell right in front of her, and I was like, nah, this is not right. Something's going on. Like, he fell in front of me, and then when I said, oh yeah, I'll call an ambulance, whatever, he just left like it was nothing, and then did the exact same thing in front of my friend. I was like, nah, this is some fishy business going on. So I was like to my friend, like, you have have to walk away, like you have to leave it, because I know what he's going to say to you. He's going to say the exact same thing he said to me. And so then I was like, you know what, I have to go. So I ended up like walking away, and then my friend was like, yeah, like I'll deal with him. But then he saw me like starting to walk away, and then he got up, grabbed his bag, started walking towards me, and I was like, oh hell no, Felicia, I do not have time for this. So then I started kind of jogging and getting a little bit faster, and then he started jogging, then I started running, and then he just couldn't catch up. Yeah, he couldn't catch up or keep up with my speed that I was running. And my friend just went like off her face at this guy, saying like, oh, stop stalking my friend, stop chasing him, and get the F out of here and don't ever come back to this park, and blah blah blah. Because obviously there was some fishy going on, like when he had seen me and started like running towards me. Why? So then my friend was also just yelling out to me also, like, just run back home on me at your house. Ended up running back home. My friend knocked on the door, and then I was like, oh my god, yes. Like, I popped my eye through like the little peephole, and I was like, oh my god, it's my friend. I just grabbed my friend, and I was like, get inside quickly, let me like shut the door, and like, cause I'm too like worked up with whatever has just happened, because this is some pretty weird business. So ever since that night, I have never seen him at the park. Ever since that night, when I was doing like looking for Pokemon and stuff, I still go for walks around, and occasionally I'll go back to the park because there are a lot of Pokestops there. I haven't seen him since. I just found that that was a very odd, bizarre, strange situation that had occurred to me. I am keeping extra vigilant now and extra aware of my surroundings and whatnot. And yeah, the message that I want to get out of this video to everyone watching is, please guys, I know they say it on, I know it says it on the app, but you have to be aware of your surroundings. Like, be careful of all the lures and the incenses and stuff and whatever. It's obvious, it's like leading people to like weird, bizarre places. You know, you don't know who's out there. There could be like people that are a bit messed up and stuff, and you know, like you might think you're going there just to catch the Pokemon, but they might have other intentions. So please, everyone, just be super careful when you're playing. Go out and have fun and like play the game, don't get me wrong, but just like I said, be extra vigilant when you're playing. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching this storytime video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you have any crazy or interesting Pokemon Go stories, please drop it in the comments below. If you've done a video about a Pokemon Go story yourself, I'd love to see it. Let me know, send me a message or something, or comment your link and I'll definitely have a look at it. Give this video a big thumbs up, especially if you enjoyed it. I know I enjoyed it. I'm going to watch myself, to be honest. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button below. And until my next video, I will see you soon guys. Bye!